Good afternoon. My name is Denise Bowens, and welcome to my Fibromyalgia Journey channel. This channel is for anyone who suffers with fibromyalgia, a chronic illness or condition. Last week I talked about dating, but this week I wanted to talk about when your therapist discontinues your treatment. I had a very interesting day with my physical therapist, and that kind of piqued this topic. I found some very interesting articles, and I'll put those in the link in the description below. So I wrote some things down, so let's get started. So my physical therapist had a discussion with me today. So when I go back on Wednesday, they stated that I will be evaluated to see if my next session will be my last. And since my pain level isn't decreasing and they are determining if I will in fact need to take a break from physical therapy and maybe come back next year to see if that will help. But overall, the articles that I did find were mostly geared towards psychotherapists and psychiatrists, if that makes sense. So, termination in therapy, which I guess can all apply to all types of therapy, because it's based on the end of a therapeutic relationship where the client will no longer receive therapy, or you're transitioning to another therapist, which reminded me in my case, my psychotherapist is retiring at the end of this month. So I will be in search of a psychotherapist, or is taking a break and will return in the future, which is my situation when it comes to my physical therapist. And I also mentioned how the article talked about oftentimes when people go to therapy, some go for 3, 5, or 15 years, and oftentimes people will actually grieve for their therapist because they're losing this special person. The therapist is like, they have a special bond with this therapist. It's like they're losing a relationship because it's so unique. And, that can be really, really tough. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But overall, the articles did mention that ending therapy should mean a success story. So after reading all of that, and on a personal note, it made me look at today's situation, I guess, on a lighter note, to say, okay, well, it's not so bad. I can see where, because, I had a life circumstances had come up. I was, having a lot of stress. My dad had died, so I was helping my mom. So things happen, life circumstance, and so you're thrown into something that you have no control over. And so, but yeah, so what are your thoughts? When your therapy is discontinued, please feel free to share, comment, and subscribe. And just know that you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are more than this illness, and that you matter. And I hope you have an incredible week, and thanks for stopping by.